It started with the sound of someone crying, but the house was empty. In 1974, a family moved into a sprawling, old Victorian home in Yorkshire, England. They were excited for a new start, but the locals knew something they didn't. For generations, the house had a nickname, the Weeping Room. The family soon discovered why. Every night just after 3 a.m., the unmistakable sound of quiet, heartbreaking sobbing would drift down from the second floor. At first, they dismissed it as the wind rattling the old window frames or the house settling. That was, until the night they spoke to the sound, and it seemed to answer back. The story attracted paranormal investigators who set up their equipment, hoping to capture proof. They recorded over 6 hours of audio, and what they found was chilling. The tapes revealed whispers in 3 distinct voices, 1 adult woman and 2 young children. The woman's voice was the clearest, repeating one haunting phrase over and over again. "They didn't find us." Those who have dared to enter the room report an immediate bone-chilling drop in temperature, sometimes by more than 10 degrees. But even stranger, the walls themselves sometimes feel warm to the touch, as if a living presence is still held within them. Imagine stepping into that house. The air hangs thick with the scent of old dust and a faint, lingering trace of rose perfume. Each floorboard groans under your weight, a sound like old bones turning underfoot. When the crying begins, it's not from one specific spot. It's everywhere at once, seeming to emanate from the walls, the antique mirrors, the very air you breathe. One investigator swore he felt phantom fingers brush against the back of his neck. Another was so overcome by a whisper directly in his ear, "Do you miss her too?" that he stumbled out of the room and was physically sick. Yet the mother of the family, Margaret Lane, refused to leave. She was convinced the sorrowful voice belonged to her sister, who had passed away years before. Instead of fear, she felt a strange sense of duty. Night after night, she would sit on the edge of the bed in that cold room, whispering into the darkness, "It's okay. You can rest now." The crying never stopped. In fact, it only seemed to grow softer, closer, more human. They say every house remembers the lives lived within its walls, but some houses simply refuse to forget. So if you ever find yourself in an old, empty room and you hear someone crying, don't ask who it is. Ask what they're waiting for. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy stories that linger in the shadows, be sure to follow for more.